I talked to Xi Jinping in China, who I know well. We don't agree on a lot of things. He's a bright and really tough guy. He truly believes that the 21st century will be determined by oligarchs. I'm not a joke. Democracies cannot function in the 21st century, the argument is, because things are moving so rapidly, so rapidly, that you can't pull together a nation that is divided to get a consensus on acting quickly. So autocrats, autocracies. I had a long meeting with Putin, and I continued. I know him well. These guys actually are betting, I'm not joking, on autocracies.
Oh, they're making bets, all right. We're back with Senator Ron Johnson. That was President Biden at a CNN town hall on Wednesday, kowtowing to China and Russia once again, saying that his buddies Jinping and Putin believe that oligarchs and autocrats will dominate the 21st century. Senator, my question is, what is he doing about it? How would you assess the U.S.-China policy?
Well, my first thought when he said he talked about a divided nation, he should stop dividing this nation. He's done nothing to unify and heal this nation, as he said in his inaugural address. The other thing we need to do is we need a strong America. And you don't strengthen America by weakening it with this massive debt and newest entitlements, more deficit spending. We actually have to concentrate on having a powerful military, and the Biden administration is doing everything they can to weaken the military. We have massive, double-digit increases in every other aspect of the budget, but increases in both defense and Department of Homeland Security, they're de minimis. They won't even keep up with inflation. So, in fact, we'll actually be reducing the size of the military and DHS from a budgetary standpoint, according to Biden. And then you look at this weakness around the globe, crawling back to a deal with Iran, what he's doing in Afghanistan. I mean, the travesty that's going to create. He's just showing weakness globally, and our adversaries notice that, and they will act on that.
There was a lot of news pertaining to China on Friday and over the weekend. First of all, last week, the U.S. dropped visa fraud cases against 5 Chinese researchers. I mean, I was just outraged by this. One of the researchers actually said, oh, yeah, I lied on my visa application, and I was tasked by my supervisor to bring information back. They still dropped the charges. China is also banning school curriculum tutoring companies from going public. They're banning foreign investment. They're cracking down on Chinese companies and stocks. Meanwhile, you've got a lot of deals underway still with Hunter Biden. You've done an investigation. Here's Peter Schweitzer on Mornings with Maria on Fox Business with me this past week. Listen to what he said about Hunter Biden's deal-making as it relates to the Secret Service following him around. Watch.
In the middle of 2014, he does something very unusual. He tells the Secret Service, I don't want protection. I do not want Secret Service agents traveling with me. And the Secret Service has confirmed that's the case. What's interesting, though, Maria, is when you look through the emails, there is still plenty of correspondence with the Secret Service as it relates to travel in Europe and domestically in the United States. The one place that we know that he traveled multiple times but does not communicate with the Secret Service is on trips to China.
So it's very curious, Senator. He wants Secret Service following him around throughout Europe and the U.S., but not in China. He does want those meetings revealed.
Well, again, that's the $64,000 question. What does China know about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's business dealings and that vast web of foreign and financial entanglements within China? It was Senator Grassley and I that requested those Secret Service records to find out when they did offer protection for about 5.5 years, from 2009 to 2014, the day after a Time magazine article was published talking about his involvement on Burisma, he supposedly ended the Secret Service protection. But then Peter's right. The subsequent emails off of his computer showed that he was talking about Secret Service protection not only in 2015, but now we also know that the Secret Service intervened when his sister-in-law, who he was having an affair with, dumped his gun off in that dumpster, and the Secret Service went to try and get the background check information from the gun owner or the gun shop owner. So the Secret Service is not being, and so we've asked for requested for information on that. They say they have no records of it. So once again, we subpoenaed FBI Director Wray. He slow-walked our request. We basically didn't get squat. Now, Secret Service, they gave us the initial records. Past that point, they haven't given us squat. What records they've given are highly redacted. So these agencies are covering for the Bidens. They've always been covering for them. Even though they supposedly ended Secret Service protection, they still apparently provided it as well, but off the books. Who knows what's happening? These agencies are not being forthright. They're not being transparent. And quite honestly, Congress is losing its oversight capability. I've sent 2 letters with 5 members of the Homeland Security Committee on it. There's a law that says when 5 members of the Homeland Security Committee request information, the agencies shall turn it over. CDC is not turning us over the records as relates to the teachers union involvement with some of the CDC's pronouncement, or they are also not turning over Anthony Fauci's unredacted emails. So I'm calling on Senator Peters to use the committee to subpoena those records because they're not responding to our lawful requests saying that they shall turn those records over to us. This is a huge problem, Maria.
Meanwhile,
the administration is just blowing off Congress.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tom Barrack, a former aide to President Trump, sat in jail for 4 nights last week and then was served with the most expensive bond ever. They say he's representing the UAE. Last week, Xi Jinping said that Hong Kong is going to likely replace New York as the CCP's fundraising venue of choice. President Biden puts a memo out and says it's dangerous to do business in Hong Kong. That's it. After they marched in there and threw freedom fighters in jail, like Jimmy Lai, who's still in jail. Senator, it's good to see you. We certainly will keep a spotlight on this. We're going to come back after a short break and look at Fox News host Tucker Carlson and what went on. Why was he unmasked and spied on by the National Security Agency? Stay with us.